Have you ever wondered what kind of ruler you would become? Would people fear you, respect you, or would they simply remember your name? Every kingdom is built on decisions. Some are small, some are forgotten, and some change everything. Tonight, you will not simply hear a story. You will stand among its people. You will hear their whispers. You will feel their fear. You will witness their justice. Because this is the Kingdom of Blackwater, and my name is the Inkwalker. Come, walk with me. Morning walk. Morning rises over Blackwater, not all at once, but slowly, like the kingdom itself is walking from a dream. The first light touches the black stone walls of the city. Smoke begins to curl from the chimneys. Fishermen drag their nets in the cold river. Merchants lift their shutters from the shops. And somewhere in the market, fresh bread is being pulled from an oven. The smell moves through the streets, warm, soft, alive. Children run between wooden carts. Farmers unload sacks of grain. Blacksmith strikes an iron before the day grows hot. And above them all, the castle watches. But today, the bells do not ring. Today, trumpets sound. One trumpet echoes from the castle wall, then another, then another. Then the sound cuts through the market like a blade. Conversation stops. Hand freezes over baskets. Coins stop midair. Every face turns towards the castle in Blackwater. Trumpets do not sound for celebration. They sound for judgment. A bread thief has been caught, and the king has called the court. The people begin to move, not in panic, not in confusion, but with purpose. Because in Blackwater, justice is not hidden behind castle doors. It is not whispered in private halls. It is reserved only for nobles. It is not reserved only for nobles. The king's court is outside, attached to the castle itself. A great stone courtyard stretches before the gates. Above the king's seat stands a heavy wooden covering. Built high on carved pillars, strong enough to block the sun, open enough for people to see. The king sits beneath it. His official stands beside him, and the people gather around. Farmers, merchants, mother holding children, old men leaning on canes, young boys climbing onto carts to see. Everyone comes, because everyone is allowed to witness the law. Then the castle doors open. The royal guard steps forward, armor shining, boots striking stone, spears lifted high, and behind them walks King Leif. He does not rush. He does not wave. He does not smile for approval. He walks like a man who understands that every step he takes is being watched by people who depend on him. The crowd lowers their head, not because he demands it, but because something about him makes them believe order still exists. King Leif takes his place beneath the overhead. At his side stands Rowan, his most trusted advisor, not the loudest man in the court, not the richest, but the one who sees what others miss. On the other side stands the law advisor, an older man with a book held tight against his chest. His duty is not kindness. His duty is not cruelty. His duty is the law. King Leif looks over the crowd. For a moment, he says nothing, but somehow, the silence speaks first. He then rises. People of Blackwater, his voice carries over across the courtyard. You stand here today, not because a king wishes to be seen, but because justice must be witnessed. A kingdom cannot survive if the innocent are ignored, and a kingdom cannot survive if the guilty are excused. We are not here to entertain anger. We are here not to feed the cruelty. We are here to find out what's right. The crowd grows still. Even the children stop moving. King Leif looks to the captain of the guard. Bring him forward. Two guards step into the courtyard. Between them walks a man in torn clothing. His wrists are bound. His face are tired. His eyes stay low. He does not look like a villain. He looks hungry. Behind him stands a grain supplier. A man with clean boots, a heavy coat, and anger written plainly on his face. The captain bows before the king. Your Majesty, this man was caught stealing bread and grain from the market stores. The goods belong to Master Edwin, supplier of grain to the lower market. Whispers rise. A thief? Over bread? He stole from a working man. Hungry or not, stealing is stealing. King Leif raises one hand. The whispers die. The king steps down from his seat. He does not stay above the thief. He walks closer, close enough to look him in the eyes. What is your name? The man swallows. Thomas, your Majesty. King Leif nods. Thomas, you have been accused of stealing bread and grain. Before this court, before these people, and the man you wronged, tell me the truth. Did you steal? Thomas closes his eyes. Then he lowers his head. Yes, your Majesty. The crowd murmurs again, but softer this time. King Leif does not look away. Why? Thomas's hands tremble. My children were hungry. My wife had not eaten. I tried to find work. I asked where I could. I sold what we had. And when we had nothing left, I took what was not mine. He looks towards the grain supplier. I knew it was wrong. I knew whose store it came from. I knew someone else who worked for it. But I heard my daughter crying, and I chose my family over the law. A heavy silence fell over the court, not because of Thomas is innocent, because he's not, but because every person standing there can imagine hunger, and every parent can imagine desperation. King Leif turns to Master Edwin. Is his confession true? Edwin bows. Yes, your Majesty. The bread was mine. The grain was mine. And he took it without payment. King Leif asked, did this thief ruin you? Edwin hesitates. No, your Majesty. But it was mine. And if one man steals because he is hungry, then another one will steal because he is angry. And another because he is lazy. And soon, No one respects what another man has earned. The king studies him, then nods. You speak truth. King Leif turns towards the law advisor. What does the law say? The old man opens a book. His fingers move across the page. Then he speaks clearly. Theft of goods or food from a lawful supplier requires repayment. If repayment cannot be made, the guilty may be imprisoned or sentenced to labor until the debt is satisfied. King Leif looks back at Thomas. You have no coin? Thomas shakes his head. No, your majesty. No land? No, your majesty. No trade? Thomas' jaw tightens. I had one. I was a laborer, but work slowed, and then the work disappeared. So did the food. King leafed slowly towards Rowan. My friend, what do you see? Rowan steps forward. The crowd watches him now. He looks at Edwin, then at Thomas, then at the people. I see a man who stole, and that cannot be ignored. I see another man who's been wronged, and that must be restored. But I also see a family standing behind the crime, even if they are not standing in this court. Rowan looks at the king. If we only punish the man, his wife and children may suffer more than he does. If we excuse him, we will teach Blackwater that pain erases responsibility. So the question is whether or not there should be punishment. There must be. The question is, can punishment also rebuild what was broken? King Leif looks down, not in weakness, but in thought. The court waits, the grain supplier waits, Thomas waits, Blackwater waits. Then the king steps back onto the center stone. His voice rises. So let the court hear my judgment. Every whisper dies. Every eye turns towards the king. Thomas of Blackwater, you stole bread. You stole grain. And whether your hunger was real or not, you placed your burden onto another man's shoulders. That cannot stand. Thomas lowers his head. The king continues. Master Edwin, you are wronged, and this court will not pretend otherwise. You will be repaid, not once, not twice, but 20 times the value of the stolen goods from you. The crowd reacts. Some nod, some gasp. Thomas's face drains of color. He whispers, Your Majesty, I could never pay that. King Leif turns back to him. Not today, not with coin. But a man who has no coin may still have hands, and hands can work. The king steps closer. You will work for me. The courtyard goes silent. You will not be thrown into the cell to rot. You will not disappear from your family. And you will not walk away as if nothing happened. You will serve under the crown. You will labor honestly. You will earn wages. And from those wages, a portion will go to Master Edwin until 20 times the value of what you stole has been repaid. Thomas stares at the king, unsure whether he has been punished or saved. King Leif raises his voice so all can hear. But hear me clearly, Blackwater. This man's children did not steal. His wife did not stand in court accused. So they will not be punished by hunger for his crime. He looks back at Thomas. Your wife may work as well, if she chooses. If your family is able, they may also serve in honest work under the ground, in the kitchen, in the gardens, in the stables, in the storehouse, wherever their hands can help without shame. This will not be slavery. This will not be cruelty. This will be atonement. The word settles over the court. Atonement, not escape, not revenge. A chance to repair what was broken. King Leif turns to Edwin. Master Edwin, you will receive what is owed to you. The crown will record the value of what was stolen. The debt will be measured, and every payment will be released. No more, no less. Then he turns to Thomas. When the debt is paid, you and your family will owe me nothing. You may leave royal service, or, if your work has been proven honest, you may remain. Thomas' eyes fills with tears. He drops to his knees. I don't deserve this, your majesty. King Leif looks down at him. No, you do not? The crowd holds its breath. The king continues. You deserve consequence, and you have received it. But your children deserve food. Your wife deserves dignity. Master Edwin deserves repayment. And Blackwater deserves a law that does more than break its people. He reaches down, pulls Thomas to his feet. Do not mistake this for softness. If you run, you will be hunted. If you steal again, you will not stand before me with the same mercy. But if you work, if you repay, if you become better than the man who stood here today, then Blackwater will remember not only what you took, but what you restored. Thomas can barely speak. I will work. I swear it. I will pay him. I will not steal again. King Leif looks at the guards. Remove his bindings. The guard hesitates only for a moment. Then they unlock the rope around Thomas's wrist. The sound is small, but everyone hears it. King Leif faces the crowd with one last thing. Let this be known to be written in the Chronicle of Blackwater. On this day, a thief was not excused, a victim was not ignored, and a family was not abandoned. He looks over the people. Justice is not proven by how loudly we are punished. It is proven by what remains after the judgment is done. If all we leave behind is suffering, then we have only added to the pain. But if judgment restores what was stolen, protects those who were harmed, and forces the guilty to face their wrong with honest word, then perhaps justice can become more than punishment. He turns back to Thomas. Your atonement begins today. You will eat because you work. Your family will eat because they are not forgotten. And Master Edwin will be repaid because the law still stands. King Leif lifts his hands. This is my judgment. The trumpets do not sound again. No celebration follows. No one cheers. Not yet. Because the people of Blackwater have not witnessed a victory. They have witnessed a decision. And somewhere in the crowd, someone wonders what they would have done. Someone wonders if the king was too merciful. Some wonders if it was too harsh. And someone, perhaps for the first time, understands that justice is heavier than a crown. And this was the first judgment of King Leif, the first entry in the Chronicle of Blackwater, the first step on a road that would change the kingdom forever. And I just wanted to say thank you for listening. I plan to upload more videos as we go. These are my stories, but you can be a part of